What is up, everyone? I'm so excited to announce that I'm officially back in China. It's been a long year, and that video clip that you just saw was from my last adventure I took in China to the Yellow Mountains, one of the most famous, beautiful mountain ranges here. And then I spent the entire year back home in the United States trying to wait out the COVID-19 pandemic. But officially, I've made it back, and it was such a journey here, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I just wanted to briefly run down what the process was like trying to get from the United States to China during the COVID pandemic, and I'll give you a little tour of what my quarantine hotel looks like, because that's where I'm staying right now for 2 weeks, stuck in this hotel room waiting so I'm confirmed to be COVID free and I'm allowed to roam around the country again. I had first made the decision that I wanted to travel back to China and go back there to work again in March of 2020. That was when things were really ramping up in the United States and getting worse. And I felt that going back to China was the best option at that time. And from then on, I was trying to get back. But like so many others, I underestimated the virus at the beginning, and I was thinking, oh, maybe in April or June, before summer starts, I'll probably be able to get back over to China. But it kept getting worse and it kept not happening, and it wasn't until October of 2020 when they officially announced that international borders were reopening for people with visas, and someone who had a visa, was finally eligible to return. So I quickly talked to the embassy in the United States and got my visa confirmed, and I was allowed to head back to China. But then my excitement quickly tapered off because flight prices were astronomical. I'm talking they were upwards of $3,000, almost up to $5,000 US to get a flight from America to China during the pandemic. And that was just way out of my budget. So I had to wait and wait and wait, and then I finally found a flight. But it wasn't until January 2nd that I was able to get a flight that I could afford and be able to come over to China. But flight prices are just one issue that people face trying to get back to China during these trying times. And another problem is the COVID testing. Originally, you had to just do one COVID test and get it within 72 hours before boarding your flight, which seems very doable for many countries. But then they kept changing the rules and changing the rules. And by the time that I was supposed to fly, you now had to have 2 different COVID tests. One that was a blood sample, another one was the nasal swab, and you had to have them both done with the results taken within 48 hours of flying to China, which is nearly impossible and also very expensive to have such rapid testing done. But another issue is that the entire time between October and January, flights kept getting canceled out of the blue. I knew people who spent $3,000, $4,000 on a flight, and out of nowhere they just canceled it. No more traveling to China this time. So it was just very difficult, and the whole time I was just worrying and anxious that even if I do all of this stuff, my flight could still get canceled at any moment. But alas, my flight was not canceled, and I finally boarded, and once I boarded, I heaved a sigh of relief, and I was heading back to China. And then when I arrived in China, the process was kind of funny and enjoyable, I guess. But when you arrive, you first go to get your COVID testing done at the airport, and then you're immediately taken onto a bus and brought to a COVID quarantine hotel. And you don't have a choice of where it is or what room you're staying in. You just show up, and they put you into a hotel room where you have to stay for 2 weeks. And they give you 3 meals a day, and it's not as bad as it sounds. And that's where I've been spending all of my time. So I'm still stuck in quarantine, and I'll give you a tour of that room now. So the first thing to note on this quarantine hotel room tour is that I am not allowed to exit the door for any reason other than to grab my 3 meals a day. And if I do that, I can get in serious trouble for breaking quarantine rules. So I will not be doing that. But when you walk in, here is the bathroom. Pretty nice bathroom, lots of toilet paper, lots of things that you need, nice mirror. And yeah, pretty nice bathroom with a good shower. Then you go out here, and the room is actually seriously spacious and nice. They give you things for tea, and these are all my snacks, a kettle, and 2 beds, even on 1 person, some foot space, a hamper, paintings, decent TV. Give me a nice desk where I eat and play on my laptop and other things. Chairs, nice side table, and then a really nice view. So there you have it. That's a quick tour of my 2-week quarantine hotel room. and it's really not as bad as it looks or seems, and I'm kind of enjoying myself, just relaxing now that I finally made it back here. And going forward with this channel, I hope to put out some new, improved, original content about China and traveling around this beautiful country or other unique things. So if you have any ideas or recommendations for videos you'd like to see, put them in the comments below and I'll take a look and hopefully bring you some better things weekly or bi-weekly and kind of focus on improving my channel and helping grow. Thanks, guys.